Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. So last time I restored the castle gates window and put it to silver. I think this time I'm going to go back and see if I can complete a few of the puzzles I skipped over earlier. So let's see, that's the range window. Area number. Wow, I've come a long way since I last did anything to go. Okay, match window. 13 of 22. And 5 areas here. Precision 4. If it's an S shape, then I can't fill this bit in, so I think it has to be an L. Area of exactly 5. Nope, that's not quite going to work. Can I do a P that way around? That looks better. 4, 6, 5. There's one hiding there. Also 4. Okay, let's go through 3. Area of exactly 8. I have to have something sticking out like that. Could be that. If it was, then this would be going around 4 and I think those are the same shape. Does that work for no, that didn't work because I need something down there as well. So if that comes out 4, okay, let's see if we can fix this up once I've. What's wrong with that? No, that would have to be sticking out the base. Evidently this shape isn't going to work, but I can't fill that in because that block are missing. And if I do that, then this area goes wrong, so I'll take that out. Then do that. Okay, and this requires this to stick up another space though. It will work. I feel these 7 look to be right to be part of the 8. But then the only way I can extend this is up this way. Extend that down. Then this simply isn't going to fit into the same. That's 9. That's 8, and that's the only way of making this one the same. So there's really no way of fitting this in. Yes. Okay, so I was right about that shape. It just getting the other things to build around it correctly was hard. Oh dear. Each region contains exactly one of each symbol. So we have 2 very big shapes. Now, if I assume that that kind of matches that, then this has to be in the other region. Okay, which means this one would have to be in this region, and this one would have to be purple. Now those are not the same shape. What have I done? I have to turn it right the way up. That's the whole. So coming down here, go down 2, and then I'm going across 3, right, and then I have to come down another 2, and down another 2, and across 1, and across 1, 2. Hang on. So that doesn't work for matching that and that. Okay. So try that, matching with that. Reach down, and down and across, and down and across. and up another one, down another one, and across, and across, and down, and down, and down, and down, and left. No, that doesn't match, because this space is missing. So take those 5. And try and match those 5. And I would have those. Okay. Now, one side of this has to go down, 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 right, down, right. Okay, I have to take those 2. Which is going to be those 2. Okay, have I got something wrong on that? Three, down 1, cross 3, down 1. Yeah, that space needs to be in both. It's that. All that and that. They can't extend the purple one across into there. Look at these 21. This does not help me any, but feels good to do some kind of check. Okay, so take that spike, match it to that spike. I think I already tried this, but and those match to there. That has to be green so that that one can extend down 1. Okay. Do that 3. Right. This side 1, 2 down, 2 down, across and down, across and down. Right, and that space there is a problem. Now that's immediately a problem because that bit doesn't exist. Okay, go down the other side though, because that bit could be belong to the purple. So in that case, down, down and across, down and across, across and up, across, and can't go up. So from here we can't go down, which means from here we can't go down, that one down, that one down. But nothing, I think, on either side can progress into here. Yeah. Let's match that to that and see if we get anywhere. Down and left, down and left. Can't go that way. Go down to now, that's not going to work because this something has to go all the way up here, and this one isn't going to reach without hitting that. Okay, this is looking not too bad so far. That. It's going to end up in that again, isn't it? That's not even right what we've just done. That one, yeah. There's a two that match. No, that sells off. Oops. If we start with them offset to this way, then the green can only come up to this area. So this one has to go all the way to the base. Like that. But this can't go into that space. which it would have to do. Trying to work out 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so we can't get across to here from the green one, and so that's pretty much a non-starter. Okay, those shapes are the same so far, but that isn't reachable. Or is it? That's... no. That. The same as that. That, for the first time, is actually promising. So, 2, 2, 2 there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Could have gone through this space. Hang on, where is that space? Okay, that one has to be purple, so I'll take that out for the moment. So that was 2 down and across like that. 2 out that way, 2 out that way. Oh, okay. That's one of the toughest level 4s so far. It's that one down there that I can not quite get a hold on. It's only level 3. Oh, I have to do that. Right. Now, no restrictions on size. 18. I don't think they can all be 2s because that would be too easy, and I'm betting that that hole breaks the checkerboard. Yeah, that hole and that cutout got the checkerboard working. 3 doesn't work like that. 3 straight doesn't work for this space. 4 for an L isn't going to work in here. I'll try that way around. Oh, it's not divisible by 4 anyway. 18. So it's going to be a 6. I wonder what's 6 works here. Let's try blue. Stick a blue round there. Not a long T-piece. It's only 5, so let's stop worrying about that. Let's stick a U in. I know I have to extend it somewhere. Then probably cut out. Nothing from here can go more than 3 across. Extend that way or that way. Whatever it does, this has to get filled in with something. Could be part of that. But we can't use this part. That's all I actually know for sure. Now, can I tell, does something have to go around that corner, or could it be split? If it goes like that, then we have to do that. And we can't extend it to here, so this would have to come separately. That doesn't work. So that and that I don't think can be the same piece. No, that obviously doesn't work. Hmm. We do allow both these to expand. This is not going to be doable. Size 6 is only 3 pieces. Means whatever I do is going to have to be pretty much determined from the start. Two down, three, one up another, but I can't get into that space. Not to mention this other one needs to curve down. And that, as a start, doesn't work because this can't extend out to that side and we have to extend into that for everything else. That doesn't work because there's no way to get 6 from here without going the 4th down. No. That would force a P as the basic shape. Which is wrong as well. Oh, can I do 2 9s? I don't think so. Yeah. Two 9s would force that because we can't have anything that goes 5 wide. But they can't both go 5 wide. But that because the starting shape isn't doable anywhere else. Oh, actually it is. Hang on, it's doable there. But that doesn't help. That doesn't fit with anything else really. Okay, I'm going to leave this one for the moment. It's down there. And do a nice easy 4. Okay, 2s, 3s or 4s, and we have 42. Right, now my advanced mathematical skills tell me it's not the S. So it's either the 2-piece or it's the 3-piece. If it's the 2, let's just try it, because otherwise it's going to be forced. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work. But it's easier to actually try than to mentally draw out checkerboards. Oh look, that doesn't work. So it has to be your favourite and mine, the elbow shape. I think you can mark some of them in. That goes up, that no matter, goes down, that can come out like that. Can't tell. You have to have a 2 and a 1 across here. Can go like that, or like that. I have 7 squares left there. 1 goes to this shape, and then 2 3s. But okay, if this went up, then that space or that space is a problem. So this comes down. This comes out. This comes to here. 2 spaces left there, so they have to complete like that. That has to go like that. I need 4 more elbow shapes. 1, 2. Not going to work like that. One, 2, 3. Oh, that was a lot easier than the level 3 that I was trying to do earlier. Oh goody, looks like fun. Right, from here we can only do that, which I think means that these corners also have to all fill in completely. Now, there's a line there, This is fairly straightforward symmetry, I think. Could be wrong. There are places lines in all of those. Something has to get to this. If I do that, let's see what happens around. Right, that's what happens. So this triangle does not go to that circle. Okay, and that's going to have to join onto there. Let's just ignore the error. I don't know if this joins top or bottom. I'll extend each of these out by one space. That cannot join to there. So that's going to have to join to that. This has to be blue. And this is needed by that shape. Yeah. Happy with that? 4 or 5? How are we doing numbers wise? Need another 3. Oof. Oh dear. How do I even fit 3 shapes into this? So if that were to match that, and something like that, not sure about those ones. Then I can see a problem immediately, which is there. There. So 45 divided by 3 is 15 for each shape. Just trying to think in terms of, we need 10 to get across there. If this one doesn't go, if this one goes all the way to here, that's 8, and that'd be 7. If this were to go all the way to here, it's going to have to stretch. and be larger than this could possibly be. So this, I'm pretty sure, has to go to there. I don't think the other two can reach that. Thinking that 4 matches that 4. Those two shapes are the same. Although, of course, there is a slight problem that nothing going to fit the rest of them in. Let's try taking that out one. Now the issue is that I can't extend this one out to 20 because that would be those 3 shapes are the same. In fact, there's 4 shapes the same, but never mind that for the moment. So I need that is 15. I'm going to have to do a slight fix up on this, but okay, we have 3 blocks of 2 and a 1. That comes out. Yeah, the odds and ends don't quite match up. Which one's missing from between the red and the green? Missing that one. Those two are now the same shape. And that one is the shape flipped. Okay, 2 to go. Level 5, level 6, and a really hard level 3. Now, naively, sort of looks kind of like that. And I'm left with 10, so there's 14 for each shape. This one is flipped, so it will be going down, down, down. No, hang on, that's not right. Come down, we go across 3. This is really wrong. Okay, and then that's not right either, is it? Or is it? Yeah. And that's curving the wrong way. I'm pretty sure. I'm coming out this side of the square. Okay, that's symmetrical. Those are all the same shape, and that's unfortunate because it's going to break in several ways. Yeah, both of these line up with both of those shapes. Let's take this shape out. I go that way for the start, then I'm going to be completely messed up. Reset. So I'm going to start with 4 down, 4 down, 4 down from each. Left, down, down. So if that matches with that, then this is, yeah. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, that. I'm just going to see if I can end up with a leftover that rotates into the right shape or something. So now I've blocked off all of that. No, that didn't work. Hang on, can this actually complete? So I got 4 down, and go 5 down, 3 across and 1 down. This can't extend. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work. I can try and match those 2 shapes up, but nothing can come through into this bit, which is going to be horrible. This shape is going to have to come out because it needs 14. This shape is going to have to come out And this shape is going to have to come out through here, which forces that to get at least that much. Right. Now if that, those two squares could be those two squares, and I need some squares, ooh, like that. It's going to have to come out like that. This can extend up, and that extending up, which means that and that are flipped. That's fine. And this one is currently the same as this shape, so it goes up 2. That's going to have to come 2 out from there. Eek. 2 out from there, 2 out from there. One down and across, one down and across, one down and across. Okay, that was interesting. It was matching up to the bigger area and looking for the exits. I must remember to look for the exits in constrained shapes. And one more to go. No, I'm not going to go back to that 3. Let's go back onto the 6. Oh wow! 168. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 24. So that's 9 cells each. Okay, obligatory edges. That's a useful edge, I think. Borders. Right, back to colouring. This has to get out, so it has to take that. So every cell, every shape has a 2x2 somewhere in it. That one I think is only going to get 2x2 there. Yeah. So that would imply that. Which would imply that. And let's just try that and see what happens. So if I'm doing that, then over here we have that's 9, and that's not quite the same shape. can't get out there. Two, three, two, and a square. Is that not the same? No, because it bends the other way. Two, three. Two, and a square. So I don't think this can be right. Let's take it back to here. To here. That's the only way that can extend. That's the only way that can extend. This one's now forced this way, which is this one's forced this way. And again, and again. It could curve down. Down or up. That is actually going the wrong way. And that unfortunately doesn't work for that one. Okay. Let's just use undo because I don't want to lose everything I did. That definitely has to get out. This doesn't have to take those cells. So all I know is that definitely has a 4 somewhere next to it. Now if I do that, because it looks possible, no other reason, then this one would have to be getting that. The only way it can fit on there. And I need another 2, which would be that and that. And then one more, which would be that. Okay, that's a plausible working shape. So that can then come around like that, and that. And that. I stopped one short. Oh, I have. That runs into there. Okay, and then it curves the wrong way. No. So we've got a square here. We did that. Then some kind of hook up there. But that's mine. We need some kind of hook to get this one out. So if that has to have a square next to it, this can get a square here. Could be one further away, but probably not. Or a square here. Or a square here. I feel this one has to come at least out of those three. If it comes across there, then we've got that shape. Which, for this one, could be like that. This needs three. Oops. Yeah. This one's less certain. That's 8. But the only way to get a 9th is to extend that out. And then this one doesn't fit, because it needs to curl back over itself and beyond. I take that one into there. And I can take one down, which would be that. This one's going to need though something. Yeah, there's no way to fit this, even with just that part of the shape. There's no way to fit this in. Without having to extend the square in ways that it doesn't go. So that's not right. Okay, back to here. Part 1. up one, away, away, away and up, away and down. Only now this is blocked because there's nothing that goes that far away on this shape. That still needs one more. It takes those two. Still needs one more on this one. It has to be straight. This doesn't work. It is definitely constrained by that. It's got to come out. So there does have to be a 2x2 next to all of them. Doing that just for the fun of it. This doesn't fit. This still doesn't fit. Not a chance. This is now blocked. Oh, what have I missed out of this one is that 888, but it's a different piece for each of these to extend this out any further. Turn that off. So that's 6. Oops. Chop one of those off. That's 9. Well, that's impossible, because we've only come two down from that. we can't make that curve match, so it has to be this curve, which means that comes out, which I'm fine with at the moment. But then this isn't going to work unless curves back on the square. And this one is now in the blank space for the orange. I really feel this is heading that way and this that way. But something I've done doesn't quite match up. So we have 6 and we have to extend, but there's only one way we can extend, which is that way. Put this one in. Don't work. Now those are all the same shape. But there are only 6. No, no, 7. Did I miscount? I'm looking for 7s, not 9s. Oh, for goodness sake. Does that mean there's 21 of the circles left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1. Yeah, 21. Idiot, 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 idiot. Connect 2, go 1 across. That shape in right. That's gonna have to go like that, I think. No, that's not working on those. This one, of course, could be totally wrong. Let's try. That's on. No, that's the wrong way around again. Let's keep going from here. That doesn't work. It's that shape, yeah. But now I've blocked myself off on all of that stuff. This can't go in here because I need a space on that one. How does this fit into my shapes? Like that. I think that's the only way. Now I have to do... That doesn't work. That does work. And that works. That way to get a circle. Possibly. Let's mark those ones in for the moment. That. 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 Those four and that way. These four and that way. In different colour, please. And really contrast properly, and that's asleep the mouse. Taking that out. These four, 2 and across 1. These four, 2 and across 1. These four, 2 and across 1. Oh, it's very close. So where did I have a choice here? Did I have a choice here? Okay, that was made a lot harder by my miscounting. Match window at gold. And that 3 can stay there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again soon with another excruciating attempt to make something gold. Bye.